welcome to this video. You're watching ID Funkama. This is Ishita here and Deeptha is behind the camera, and it's almost Mom's Day around the corner, so I thought why not bring a cake recipe for you guys if you guys want to bake something on that special occasion. And today we'll be baking a lemon cake with lemon curd filling and lemon meringue frosting on top. The measurements I'm going to give you is going to be for a 9-inch round cake baking tray. And first we are going to look into what we need to make the lemon cake. So we need 200 grams of salted butter. Now if you're using unsalted butter, then add about half teaspoon salt to it. And we need 50 grams of cooking oil. Now you can use either sunflower or vegetable oil. I'm using sunflower oil. And we need 1.5 cup granulated sugar, which I have powdered. Depending on your taste buds, if you want more sweetness, then you can go for like 2 cups. Or if you want even lesser sweet, then you can like go to 1/4 cup or 1 cup. Next we have 3 cups of self-raising flour, and if you're using normal flour, then add 1 tablespoon baking powder after measuring 3 cups of flour. 4 eggs. Now these are 4 large eggs. If you're going for medium eggs, then use 5. 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Now that's roughly about 55 grams of lemon juice. And we need lemon zest from 2 lemons. So I've already grated the zest out of it. So basically you start with 2 full-size lemons, and then you grate them so that you have sort of peeled out the just the outer layer. You don't want to go very deep because then it's gonna get bitter. So we need 1 cup of milk, and we need vanilla extract and lemon extract. That's it with the ingredients, and now onto some tools. So you need 1 main mixing bowl for your batter, and you need another smaller mixing bowl. Our hand whip, I'm using an electric one, and so the attachment. Like always, keep some extra dishes or bowls and some spoons, and you need either wooden or silicone spatulas like this. And do not forget to sieve your flour before you use it. And you need your baking tray, and with that we are done with both the ingredients and what tools we need. So we are ready to make the batter of our lemon cake. So let's get started. So first we are gonna cream our butter and sugar together. So I am adding the entire amount of butter into our mixing bowl. To the butter, I'm gonna add the sugar. Now you can cream your sugar in 2 parts if you're using a lot. Add half of the sugar that I've taken. And then we just quickly put in the attachments for the hand whisk. So we're gonna cream the sugar and butter in together, and you want to do it at medium-low speed. My setting is until 5, so I'm gonna set it at 2. And then I'm adding the remaining amount of sugar into it. Put that in at medium-low speed. Before I go in with the eggs, I'm gonna mix the milk, the oil and the lemon juice together and keep it ready for when we need to incorporate it into our batter. So take a small separate mixing bowl and add the milk in. You want your milk to be at room temperature. Shouldn't be too hot, shouldn't be too cold. And I'm adding the lemon juice into it. I'm gonna add the cooking oil as well. And you then have to just give it a slight stir, and you just set it aside. So now we are gonna add the eggs into the creamed butter and sugar mixture. So now we're gonna whisk in the egg into the creamed sugar and butter, and again at medium-low speed. I am gonna add the flour in 3 portions, and I'm gonna add the milk mixture in 2 portions. So I add flour, I incorporate it into the batter, and then I add half of the milk mixture, I incorporate it into the batter, and then flour, and then milk, and we end with flour. So you begin and you end with your flour, and the 2 milk portions go in between the 3 layers of the flour. So I'm gonna add about 1/3 of the flour. Then we are going to incorporate it into our batter, again at medium-low speed. And then I add half of this milk mixture, which is the milk, the lemon juice and oil. I'm again going to whisk that in, again at medium-low speed. And I'm again going to go in with the flour. So I'm going to add half of the remaining flour in. And then we whisk that in again at medium-low speed. And then we are gonna add the remaining of the milk, lemon juice and oil mixture into the batter. Then we again incorporate into our batter, and again at medium-low speed. Now before we add the last part of the flour in, we are gonna mix the lemon zest into that bit of flour. And while we are at the final stages of getting your batter ready, now would be a good time to preheat your oven. So you want to preheat your oven for roughly about 15 minutes at 170 degrees centigrade and in fan mode. So we'll add the flour and lemon zest mixture into the batter now. So just add the whole thing in. Now for this last part, I'm going to go in with the hand, and I'm going to use a spatula to mix the batter in. It will really help to understand the consistency of the batter as well. So at the later stages of the batter, it's a good idea to move into doing it with your hand. And while you fold the flour in, remember to only move your spatula in one direction. Scrape any bits that are stuck on the sides of your mixing bowl so that you can incorporate that into the batter. So now we're going to add the extracts to it. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of each of the vanilla and lemon extract. If you're using just lemon, then add 2 tablespoons of lemon. And if you're using only vanilla, then add only 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And then you give your batter the final mix. So now our batter is ready, and it has these beautiful folding curls. So you want this sort of like semi-tight kind of a consistency. Like for normal cakes, you would want it a bit stiffer, but for lemon cake, this one's good. So now let's get our baking tray ready. So I've added a baking paper lining to the baking tray. So for the greasing, you could either use butter or oil. I'm using a bit of butter. Now that our baking tray is ready, let's pour the batter in. Once you have poured your batter in, give your baking tray a slight swirl and a slight tap. If you feel that your batter has not leveled, then take like a stick or a toothpick or something straight and thin, and just go around the batter like that. And And if you're wondering what's the right level of filling your baking tray, then that's about 3/4 full, and if you follow the measurements to the T, then it's gonna be that. And with that, we are ready to put this into our oven for baking, and we are gonna bake it for 40 minutes at 180 degrees centigrade and in fan mode. So let's pop it into the oven. One tip here, if you feel that your batter is really soft or you are scared that the top surface might catch more heat faster and get burnt while it's baking, you can cover your baking tray with aluminium foil and then put it in for baking. Now that we have our baked lemon cake ready, it's time to take it out of the baking tray and decorate it and do some filling and frosting on top. So what I'm using today for that is Swiss style lemon meringue, and I'm going to use this as the outer frosting of the cake. And if you want to see how to make Swiss style lemon meringue at home, then the link will be in the description box, and I'll also link it up here. And I'm using lemon curd as filling in between layers of cake. If you want to see how to make lemon curd at home, I'll link the video in the description box. I'm also using some lemon candies for decoration. And these are really simple to make at home, and here's how you can make it. 1 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons lemon juice, roughly about 1.5 lemon, slices of lemon. Now I have slices from 2 lemons here, and you want the thickness to be within the 5mm. So we turn on the gas and we're gonna keep it at high because we want the water to boil. You can use any non-stick saucepan or the flat pans as well. You add the water, we let it heat for a while. Now our water is almost boiling, so the water vapors have started coming and the bubbles are forming already. So we are going to add the sugar into it. Now we have to wait for it to completely dissolve into the water, and then we'll add the lemon juice. And then we'll wait for it to really start boiling. Now that the water is really boiling, we are going to add the sliced lemons into it. You're going to place your lemons in one layer, so you don't want lemon slices to be one on top of another. And we are going to let the lemon slices take in everything from this sweet sour water mixture on one of the sides, like for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then we are going to flip the lemon slices so that the other surface can then get caramelized. And now we are going to let it simmer at a medium-low setting of temperature for roughly about 10 to 15 minutes. Right now the candies have had enough time to soak in all this sugar syrup, so we are going to now turn off the gas. And we are going to take these slices out on a dish. So here's our sliced lemon candies out of the pan now. And what has to happen now is it has to really cool down. Once it's cooled and it sort of dries a bit, it's gonna bring more texture in. Right, so let's open up this baking tray. Top is already quite flat, so I won't need to level it, and just quickly remove the base plate and also the baking paper lining. To cut this cake into 2 layers, and to do the rest of the filling and frosting, you're going to need some tools. So the first one is this sort of a turntable, which makes it really easy to apply anything on the cake. And then you need a long kitchen knife. This will be to cut the cake into 2 halves to get the layers. You would need these levelers for doing the frosting on top. And if you want, you can also use piping bag to apply your frosting or for any decorations that you want to do on top. So with that, let's cut this cake into 2 halves. So I'm going to cut it horizontally. So your eye level has to match with the cake so that you're not going crooked and you're going in a straight line. Right, so now we have 2 halves of this cake. This cake is going to be 2-layered lemon cake, and in between the layers I'm going to add lemon curd filling. So you just take bits of lemon curd in a spatula and then apply it on your cake. Now that the lemon curd is applied, we are going to add the second layer. Right, now we are going to do the frosting on top, and for that we are using lemon meringue. So I'm just going to take spoonfuls and put it on top, and then I'm going to level it. And then I'm going to go in with the leveler and level this. Before I do any more decorations on this, I'm going to pop it in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes to 30 minutes, and then we can add the lemon candies and some lemon zest and finish this cake off. So if you take a piping bag and put it in a glass and then fold the remaining bit inwards out and then fill it in, it's very easy to fill your piping bag. And then you unfold it from the glass and just pull it up. Add a small bit of the piping bag from front so that it's easy to push it down. Otherwise you'll get that air pressure from below. That's your piping bag ready with lemon curd. Do some designs on top of your cake. And I've also got some lemon zest. What I'll do now is I'll get the cake, which is in the refrigerator. I'll get that out and then I'll finish off with the decorations. So here's our cake, which has stabilized a bit now. Because this is lemon cake, and after we have added the lemon meringue, you are not getting that hint from outside. So I am doing the decorations all lemon related. But from the look of it, we can understand that this is actually a lemon cake. So I'm going in with this. I'm just going to do some freehand piping on top of this cake. And now I place these sliced lemon candies. And I'm just gonna sprinkle some lemon zest here and there. This is the final look of our lemon cake with lemon curd filling and lemon meringue frosting. Now let's cut into this cake and see how a slice would look with the filling inside and the frosting outside. So that brings us to the end of this video. If you liked this video, then please hit that thumbs up button below this video and share it with your friends, and do try it at home and leave your experience in the comments below. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe and hit that little bell icon next to it so that you're notified whenever we come up with new videos. And with that, until next time, take care. Bye. Love you.